Kenya and Tanzania pave a way for regional tourism drive in Africa. Kenya and Tanzania have paved a way for a regional and intra-African tourism drive, taking advantage of their shared wildlife and tourism resources across each one's territorial borders. Tourism is among key economic areas which African countries are looking to develop, market, and promote for the continent's prosperity. The two heads of state have jointly agreed to eliminate barriers hindering smooth flow of trade and people. East African countries have resolved to advance regional tourism cooperation to help unlock potential in the region. A move by these two African countries to cooperate in trade and tourism was taken 2 weeks before African nations celebrated Africa Day on May 25, 2021, to commemorate the foundation of the African Union Organization of African Unity (OAU) on the same date in 1963. Tourism is among key economic areas which African countries are looking to develop, market, and promote for the continent's prosperity. Tanzania President Samia Suluhu made a 2-day state visit to Kenya a few weeks ago, then held talks with Kenya President Uhuru Kenyatta targeting the development of trade and movement of people between the two neighboring states. The two heads of state have jointly agreed to eliminate barriers hindering smooth flow of trade and people between the two East African nations. They later instructed their respective officials to initiate and conclude trade talks to bridge significant differences between the two countries, reports from Kenyan capital Nairobi said. Movement of people also include local, regional, and foreign tourists visiting Kenya, Tanzania, and the entire East African region. We noted that trade between Kenya and Tanzania is facing some administrative challenges. They include non-tariff barriers and other restrictions, which are frustrating investment between our two countries, President Kenyatta said. East African countries have resolved to advance regional tourism cooperation to help unlock potential in the region. The two leaders have expressed their commitment to improve connectivity through new roads, aviation, and maritime transport to hasten economic growth among the two nations. Tourism is a critical component of the East African economy and an important part of the region's common destiny. Kenya and Tanzania share common tourist services and products, mostly in the form of wildlife. Regional shared services are to be provided to all categories of visitors and tourists, including ground transport, air transport, and accommodation facilities. The East African community's ability to position itself as a leading tourism destination has been a good example of regional cooperation in travel in Africa. Introduction of the East Africa tourist visa allows travel between Kenya, Rwanda, and Uganda, boosting regional tourism and creating opportunities for tourists to explore the diversity of multiple destinations in the region. In recognition of the need for joint efforts in marketing Africa as the global tourist destination of choice, African Tourism Board (ATB) executives have joined with African leaders on Africa Day 2021. ATB patron Dr. Taleb Rifai, its president Alain Saint-Ange, and its chair Mr. Cuthbert Nube have come together on behalf of the board's executive committee to wish the tourism community from all the 54 states a happy Africa Day 2021. ATB issued a statement saying, "We in tourism are appealing to each and every African to embrace this call made by the AU because our continent's arts, culture, and heritage remain the foundation for a strong tourism industry for our continent. The COVID-19 pandemic has brought our tourism industry to ground zero, and it is now through unity firstly, and through the respect of each and every one of us secondly, that we can honestly restart our tourism industry for the benefit of every African." The African Tourism Board wishes everyone a happy Africa Day 2021 and says a light is now visible at the end of the tunnel. Let us hold hands together and march proudly to relaunch tourism, the industry that is so needed by Africa, and in so doing give the needed oxygen to the airlines of our continent. With the World Tourism Network WTN working now side by side with us, we shall restart our tourism industry. Alain Saint-Ange, ATB president, had earlier congratulated the Kenya and Tanzania presidents for the meeting, saying African tourism is stronger when the two East African countries are geared for closer cooperation. Saint-Ange's remarks come when Tanzania's new president was on a 2-day state visit to Kenya on the invitation of President Uhuru Kenyatta as the two countries were seeking to mend and restore bilateral ties. #Rebuilding Travel